Have you ever felt like you're giving your all in a relationship, but all you get back is distance and indifference? You show up, you put in effort, but she couldn't care less. Here's the truth. When a woman doesn't value you, she won't say it. She'll show it through her actions. Today, you'll discover 10 clear signs she doesn't truly see your worth. I'm Joel. Welcome to Stoic Wisdom, where men live with clarity, purpose, and principles. If you're ready to put your self-worth first, drop a comment. I value myself. Let's begin. Part 1. She doesn't make time for you. Time is the most valuable gift a person can give. You can earn money back, but no one can reclaim lost time. So when a woman truly values you, she'll want to be near you. No excuse needed. Even when she's busy, even when life is overwhelming, she'll find a way to see you, call you, or simply say, "I miss you." But if she's always too busy, constantly postponing, always coming up with a reason not to show up, you've got your answer. You're not a priority. You're just a placeholder she turns to when everything else settles down. You might say, she really is busy. Marcus Aurelius ruled an empire, and yet he still made time to journal, meditate, and live by his principles every single day. If an emperor can prioritize what matters, so can she, if you matter to her. The issue isn't time. The issue is choice. Part 2. She keeps you as a backup plan. When a woman isn't sure about you, she won't cut you off completely, but she won't fully let you in either. You become the maybe guy, always available, always ready, but never truly chosen. She texts you late at night, when her other plans fall through, when she feels lonely, when no one else responds. You start to feel like you've got a shot, but in reality, you're just a temporary fix for her emptiness. And the most dangerous part? You convince yourself that, if I try just a little harder, maybe she'll finally pick me. Here's the truth. A woman who has already chosen you won't leave you living in uncertainty. She won't keep you on the loading screen. She'll place you clearly and intentionally in her life. Part 3. Your efforts go unnoticed. You buy her favorite things. You check in after her long day. You listen for hours as she vents about work, friends, and life. You think, this is how a man loves, through action. But then, no thank you, no appreciative glance, no sign she even sees what you're doing. You start to ask yourself, am I not doing enough? Should I give even more? Stop right there. What you're missing isn't effort. What you're missing is recognition. Cicero once said, "Gratitude is not only the greatest of virtues, but the parent of all the others." If she can't show even basic gratitude, the problem isn't you. A woman who truly values you won't treat your kindness as expected. She'll respond with real presence. Not necessarily with gifts, but with attention, affection, and the right words at the right time. Don't let your kindness be mistaken for obligation. Don't turn love into something you carry alone. Part 4. She doesn't care about how you feel. When you're down, she disappears. When you're happy, she's indifferent. When something matters to you, she changes the subject. This isn't love, it's detachment disguised as independence. A woman who values you wants to walk through both your light and your shadows. She's curious about what moves you, what scares you, what drives you. Not out of obligation, but because she genuinely cares. If she never checks in on your emotional well-being, never asks how you're really doing, and treats your inner world like a passing detail, she's not emotionally invested. And here's the truth. You can't build intimacy without emotional engagement. Not the kind that lasts. Not the kind that transforms. You're not meant to be a side character in your own story. And any woman who's blind to your feelings isn't meant to be in your future. Part 5. She compares you to other men. She says her ex made more money. She jokes that her coworker is more driven. She brings up how romantic another guy was. It might sound like nothing at first, but every comparison cuts. Every subtle dig chips away at your confidence. This isn't inspiration. It's humiliation masked as honesty. And it's dangerous. Because you start competing with ghosts. You stop being yourself. You try to become someone she might finally approve of. But you were never meant to be someone else. You were meant to be the best version of you. A woman who respects you will never weaponize comparison. She'll build you up, not break you down with someone else's shadow. If she needs another man to define your worth, she never saw your value to begin with. Part 6. She puts in zero emotional effort. A real connection isn't just physical. It's emotional, spiritual, intentional. And it takes effort. If every conversation feels like an interview, if she avoids any topic that gets too deep, if she shows no interest in your dreams, your fears, your values, you're not building a relationship. You're filling a silence. You can't force someone to open up. But you can recognize when someone has no intention of ever doing so. Some men tell themselves, she's just guarded. She needs more time. But ask yourself, how long will you wait for something that should come naturally in love? When a woman truly values you, she doesn't shut off emotionally. She leans in. She's curious about what makes you, you. She wants to share, to understand, to grow together. If she keeps her heart behind locked doors forever, maybe it's because she never planned to let you in at all. Part 7. She's not there when you need her most. Anyone can be around when things are easy, but you know who really values you? The one who shows up when life gets hard, when you're stressed, when you're hurting, when the world feels heavy on your shoulders. If she vanishes during those moments, if she offers silence when you need support, excuses when you need presence, or distance when you need closeness, she's not in it with you. A woman who truly respects you doesn't just enjoy the good times. She walks with you through the storm. It's not about fixing your problems. It's about showing that your pain matters, that you matter, especially when you're at your lowest. Because love that disappears under pressure was never real to begin with. Part 8. There's a gap in respect. Respect isn't a bonus in a relationship. It's the foundation. Without it, nothing lasts. If she dismisses your opinions, laughs at your goals, or questions your confidence every time you speak up, that's not banter. That's erosion. Little by little, it chips away at your identity. And over time, you begin to shrink. But here's what you need to remember. A man who knows his worth doesn't stay where he's disrespected. Marcus Aurelius, even at the height of his power, treated everyone around him with dignity, because true strength never belittles. Likewise, a woman who values you will never make you feel small just to feel bigger herself. She may disagree, she may challenge you, but she'll do it with grace, not contempt. If respect is missing, so is love. Part 9. She ignores your boundaries. Boundaries aren't walls, they're doors with locks, and only people who respect you ask for the key. But when a woman constantly oversteps, checks your phone, dictates your schedule, pushes you to change your values or compromise your identity, that's not love, that's control. And control is the enemy of freedom, the very thing a high-value man protects above all. Some men tolerate this behavior out of fear of being alone, fear of starting over, fear of conflict. But here's the truth. The more you abandon your boundaries, the more you abandon yourself. And no relationship is worth that cost. A woman who truly values you will protect your space, not invade it. She'll honor your standards, not mock them. Because real connection only thrives where there's real respect for your line in the sand. Part 10. She doesn't include you in her future. You talk about dreams. She talks about hers. You picture building a life together. She pictures something that never really includes you. And when you bring up plans, trips, goals, even next year's holidays, she changes the subject. She delays. She keeps it vague. Listen closely. A woman who values you doesn't keep you in the waiting room of her life. She wants to build with you, plan with you, create with you. If she's always walking ahead while making sure you stay behind, you're not part of the vision. You're just part of the present convenience. Real connection means she sees you not just as a man for now, but as a man for what's next. And if she doesn't, you owe it to yourself to walk away, with your dignity, with your standards, with your future intact. Brother, if you saw yourself in any of these signs, don't ignore it. Don't stay somewhere just because you're afraid of starting over. Start over stronger. Start over with clarity. Start over with your worth intact. The woman who truly values you won't leave you guessing. She won't play games with your time, your emotions, or your soul. You're not here to be tolerated. You're here to be respected, chosen, and built with. So stand tall, live with intent, and never settle for anything less than what honors your worth. If this message hit home, drop a comment below. I value myself. Let the world know you're done accepting less. This is Joel, and you're watching Stoic Wisdom, where real men grow stronger, sharper, and more self-respecting every day. If you found value in this video, subscribe to the channel, tap the notification bell, and share this with a brother who needs to hear it. Until next time, stand your ground, protect your peace, and lead with purpose. You're not just a man. You're a man of value. Act like it.